Congratulations, Alastair. What does this result mean to your team and your club?
Yeah, well, as all footy clubs would know, you work really hard during the week to try and get a positive result, and it doesn't always go your way. But our boys have been working hard, and credit to the Eagles. They were terrific in the last quarter. Elliot Yeo got going in the last quarter, and Liam Ryan went up to stoppage, and then their momentum just overwhelmed us for a period of time. But I thought over the course of the game, the better side ended up winning the game, which was really pleasing. That we fell behind late. I think the Duggan concussion might have helped us a little bit because it just sapped a little bit of momentum out of the game. They were well on top at that point in time, so that just allowed us to just settle a little bit, and we were able to kick a couple of goals to get ourselves back in front. But it was full of heart and spirit, and a lot of the stats that we're searching for around pressure and our contested ball and our clearances and those sorts of numbers were really, really good over the course of the day. Even in the last quarter, when the game was going against us in terms of momentum, our boys were still trying to apply the pressure to the West Coast Eagles side, and to their credit, they were just too good for a period there in the last quarter. And but in the end, we were able to rebound late and kick those 2 goals to get ourselves in front.
What did you make of the holding the ball free kick for Simpkin to kick that goal late in the contest? It's probably going to be the talking point for the weekend. Yeah,
I actually haven't seen it. You just hear the whistle blow and just hope that he points his arm in the direction of your side winning the free kick. But this is the hard thing for the umps. They're making hundreds of decisions a game. Not just the ones that they actually blow the whistle, but they're making a decision all the time on what aren't free kicks or what aren't marks and that sort of stuff. So they've got a really, really difficult job, and it'd be disappointing given that there was 150 tackles or something in the game that they just pinpoint one. But when it's a close game, you can understand that fans would be upset. But I haven't even looked at it, so I don't even know if it was a free kick or not. But the umps are the best ones to talk about that rather than us.
You mentioned how hard the guys have been working. What's the pride levels for you to come over here and get a win?
Yeah, well, it's as the Demons found out three weeks ago when they came across it. It's not easy to win games of footy here, and West Coast have been playing some good footy. They had an aberration against Adelaide when they went to South Australia, but by and large their last 6 weeks have been really, really strong. So obviously they were hurt a little bit with Kelly and Reid out of their midfield with big losses to their side, and we were able to take advantage of that a little bit because they're great players, and it meant that their midfield was a little bit weakened. But as we saw in the last quarter, when Yeo gets going, anything can happen for their side too. So we knew it was going to be a tough contest. But we're really pleased that our effort that was there, and irrespective of the win or loss, I know that we're so pleased that we get reward for a lot of our effort, but we're really, really pleased with the manner in which we went about it today. And if we continue to play like that, we'll give ourselves chances to be in games, and that's what's been lacking in our side, to be competitive long enough in games. And today we were able to do it for longer, and it gave us a chance to win the game.
How significant was it to get the win, the first win of the year, and really just break that run?
Yeah, it didn't look like it was going to be that way. 25 minutes into the last quarter, and Waterman kicked that goal to get them in front, and it's a great venue to play footy. 45,000 people or thereabouts, and the crowd was loud. Trying to talk to the players at quarter time and 3/4 time, the crowd's going nuts, and that was at both stages. West Coast Eagles were behind at that point in time, but it's still difficult to communicate with your players. So it's a great venue to play footy, and it's great that we're able to get the win and just get a little bit of reward for effort. Our boys have been working hard. The spirit and morale in the group has been really, really strong for the whole of the year, despite the losses. And but just seeing the smile on the faces, Simpkin, our captain, kicked 2 really, really important goals for us in the last quarter. But if you go too early in the game, in his first 3 or 4 contests, it actually really set the scene for our whole side. And having him back in, he's missed, I think, 3 or 4 games. And when you're a side developing and trying to get a little momentum and continuity and stability in your side, having your skipper out of your side is a real blow. But I thought his return to the side today was really important for us. And I think there was a chase at a really important part of the game. Our big ruckman, Big X, chased down Liam Ryan and just showed our never giving attitude today, which was really important for us. And I'd imagine he's a pretty hard bloke to chase down, and he did so. And our players responded to that effort, I'm sure.
Alastair, is that what's most pleasing? The fact that you're not used to being in this position of being in front at 3/4 time, but then also to have to fight against the crowd like you just spoke of, and to kick those final 2 goals with such a young side. Is that what's most pleasing out of this win?
Yeah, well, it showed a bit of character. I think West Coast had 22 inside 50s in the last quarter, so it was an avalanche of momentum going their way. They're terrific out of centre bounce and clearances, and that was a part of the game that we were so strong in the first 3 quarters, and they were able to turn the tables. And it was really good coaching by West Coast with what they did. Obviously, Yo, whether someone said to him at 3/4 time or whether he just took it upon himself, he's a proud player, and he played really well in the last quarter. And as I said about Ryan going up to stoppage and then just spitting forward, a lot of their players doing that. So, to actually withstand that avalanche, as I said, I think the Duggan moment in the game helped us just settle a little bit, and we actually needed that when the momentum is so strong. It's so hard in games now to stop opposition momentum, and you're usually hoping that it's a 3/4 time siren or something like that allows your side to settle. But particularly a young group like us. But it was really pleasing that when West Coast did kick that goal to get in front, that we were able to find a way to win. And as I said earlier, without being arrogant about it, I thought the better side won on the game on the day. We'd have been really stiff to lose that game, given the effort that we put in to get ourselves in a winning position. And I'm just so pleased that the game unfolded the way that it did in the last part of the game.
Early, Larky was having a bit of trouble on Roos, and that 3rd quarter he sort of broke it open with him and LDU. And it must be good to see someone like him just continue to fight no matter what and eventually get on top.
Yeah, listen, they're great players, aren't they? Those 2 guys, Barras and McGovern, are all Australian type key position players for them. And for Nick to be able to get his opportunities and take them, kick 5 straight, and in a pretty low scoring game, those 5 goals are pretty pivotal. And I thought those 2 guys for the West Coast side were pretty strong early. We maybe kicked it to their advantage a little bit more. You're foolish to kick long and high into your forward line against West Coast, but that's the pressure of the game. Sometimes you make errors like that, and that sort of worked to the advantage of those 2 guys. But by and large, they weren't anywhere near as strong in the intercept part of the game as what they have been in a lot of games in their careers. So we just competed hard and brought the ball to ground as best we could, and that allowed us to have a lot of pressure in our front half. I think we had 15 or 20 inside 50 tackles, and that's usually a pretty good barometer for the pressure that you're able to apply. So that just made it a little bit tougher for their bigger guys that can really impact in the air. But Larky was a pretty important play for us up front.
What were you doing specifically in the midfield from your point of view to have such clearance dominance?
We've got a lot of guys that can rotate through there that are just bulls. Simpkin coming back into the side obviously helped us, and David Uniacke, and George Wardlaw's just such a fierce competitor. He's just bull at a gate, and sometimes with that frenetic approach, he'll make some errors with the footy in his hand as he's trying to get out of stoppage. But I just thought our collective group in there just put enormous pressure on the West Coast side, and they were able to apply a fair bit of pressure to us as well, and we made plenty of errors in there. But I just thought over the course of the game, we're able to sustain that effort in the middle of the ground on a consistent basis. And ultimately, if you do that more than the opposition, which we're able to do today, then the footy gods should smile upon you, and they smiled upon us today, which is really pleasing for them because they've put in so much hard work, and just a little bit of reward for effort came our way today.
Alastair, the critics have been pretty harsh on where your rebuild's at compared to the likes of Hawthorn and the Eagles. You come away with the win today. Do you think that sort of gets them off your back a little bit?
Oh, we know where we're at as a footy club, and we know that that those who commentate on the game, are just doing it from afar. They don't know the inner workings of our footy club and what we're trying to do. And it doesn't necessarily mean that we're trying to lose games of footy. We're trying hard, but we'll be making decisions that are in the best interest of the long term of the footy club, and we're looking for different things rather than just necessarily wins. Everyone else is just looking at the win-loss column. Our wins are, the amount of debutants we have, the amount of game time, the exposure that they have to playing positions, and we could very easily go a different path and recruit some more experienced players and play some more experienced players, but in the long term for the footy club, we think investing in the young and the youth is what's going to allow us to climb the ladder the quickest at some point in time, and we're pleased we're taking that path. It's a difficult path, but a lot of clubs have been there before. And Carlton have climbed the ladder doing it this way. Melbourne have climbed the ladder doing it this way. The previous club I was at in Hawthorn climbed the ladder doing it this way. And when you do it that way, when you do climb, it gives you an opportunity to sustain that and stay up there for a period of time. That's what we're trying to do. Good on you guys. Thank you.